Hey, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. Appreciate you guys taking the time to join us today. Have some very exciting stuff to talk about today with Usha Mercantile. I got Shane waiting behind the scenes here to tell us about all kinds of really cool updates I'm super excited about. Very cool to see these guys continuing to innovate with new products. So that is super, super cool. Before I bring him on, let me know down in the chat that you can hear me okay. Let me know where you're calling in from. I see we have Kimian joining us again. Welcome. We got Candy, Annette. Very cool. Thanks for joining, everybody. As usual, super excited for this one today. Some very cool products. Hear you from Maryland. Awesome. Mike calling in from Texas. Very cool. Some good weather down there right now, I bet. And then we've got the absolute opposite side of the country calling in Julian from Quebec. Hey, Mark, thanks for joining. I see Kristen's on. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and bring Shane on here. Hey, Shane, how we doing?
Great, Chris. How about yourself? How's it going?
Doing great. Thanks for taking some time to join us again. I appreciate it.
Sure, glad to be here.
Some of the people here probably, were a part of the live stream that we did. I guess that was end of last year. I think it was.
Yep, it was right before the holidays.
November, right before the holidays. Yeah, time flies. Can't believe we're almost already a quarter of the way through another year. So it sounds weird to even say that out loud.
Exactly.
So for people that missed that kind of intro live stream, I know we've got some exciting new products that I'm really excited to talk about. But before we get into that, maybe just give us a little bit of background about you and Usha and all the cool stuff you guys have going on over there for people that haven't heard of you yet.
Sure thing. I'm Shane Remington. I'm the head of business development for Usha Mercantile. I spent a decade in print on demand with a company you may know of and is also connected to AnywherePOD called MWW On Demand, another great company. And started here with Usha last year. We work with very high quality products that are MTO, which an MTO stands for made to order. It's almost synonymous with POD, print on demand. But with MTO, you get a little bit more hands-on than you would with some of the POD products. We can do higher customization, finer details of products instead of just like a plain pillow or something like that. You can do it with piping or with scallops and all different colors and customization. So we go a little bit deeper into the customization part of the home interior products.
Yeah, cool. So like in my mind, it's kind of taking the print on demand model and giving you the level of products that you would get from like a high end home goods retail store from not just the printing and the finish, right? Like you talked about the piping and scalped edges and stuff like that you can do on some of your products, but also the material as well, right? Like being able to use more of your higher end cotton fabrics for like some of your bedding that I know is really, really important to a lot of people.
Yep, that's true. And we are focusing on that, like the higher quality natural fiber goods. And we like to stay in that area. And I think a lot in POD, especially, there's a lot of polyester goods, things like that, which I'm not saying are bad quality, but we're definitely a step up. And when you design and sell our products, you're definitely going to be able to compete, with that higher quality. You can compete with Pottery Barn. You can compete with these other, like home goods, for instance, the same exact pillows or blankets and bedding sets that they would sell there. We are making identical ones. The MSRPs match, and therefore you can get a higher price for your products because the quality's there.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And I know, more and more people are, customers are seeking out those types of fabrics and wanting the like you said, the higher end natural cotton fabrics and less of the like polystyle fabrics, which is what you normally see on stuff. There's a large consumer base out there that's shopping that is only buying cotton products. They're not even, interested in some of those other products anymore. So
yeah, it's true. We were looking at some data here in the sales team about, sales for bedding worldwide. And between like now and 2034, there's going to be like a 27% increase in the sales in more luxury, middle of the road home interior, aside from like the more economical stuff. And really, even today, the economy side of like home interior goods is really only 1/4 of a $20 billion market.
Wow.
So the products that we have fit from the middle all the way into the luxury category. Maybe not the top luxury where you've got like one off, one of a kind goods like
Sure.
a $3,000 rug or something like that. But we're definitely in there in the middle, and we're into the luxury. So we do cover a very large part of that pie.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. Well, should we get started on some of your new stuff?
Sure, let's do it.
Alrighty. Let me pull up your slides here
Sure.
and
Yeah, and first off, I wanted to say seriously, thanks everybody from Anywhere POD that have joined us over the past year. It's the response has been fantastic. Love talking to you guys. Have had some really good conversations, really good chats, email exchanges. Anywhere POD folks have fantastic ideas, great questions. We've had some really good conversations. I wanted to do a quick shout out to Carrie, who's one of our top Anywhere POD customers. If you go over to her store and Carrie, I'm so sorry if I don't remember where your Etsy store is, but if you're here, maybe put that in the chat or in the comments for YouTube. But she's got her designs are so well appointed for cotton goods. You can see like on the screen, this is a photo from one of her customers who gave like our tabletop dining room set like 5 stars. That's 100% cotton, very nice blue print. It's just very classic. And we just love to see that type of activity, and we love all of you guys who work with us. Another special shout out to Sarah and to Steve, because you guys are great. We love talking to you, working with you.
yeah, very cool. And I will say that's one of the unique things with Usha and working with Shane. He's happy to talk to, I know a lot of times you're working with companies, you're not able to actually talk to a human. And if you do, it's just, a low level employee that's just trying to troubleshoot stuff for you. Shane's always been very good, even when, in the past when he's worked for other companies, of really wanting to have that conversation with customers and help answer any questions or anything that you guys have. So it really kind of fits in line with kind of how Anywhere POD works with our customers as well. So big shout out there to Shane as well, being willing to do that.
Yeah, like I said, Chris said you can reach out anytime if you're in the Usha portal. For your dashboard, open up a support ticket, ask whatever questions you have. If I'm not there, someone else is to answer those. Definitely willing to chat up about it, because education about the products is super important for you to be able to sell them with confidence.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
true. So big announcement from Usha Mercantile. We are now Oeko-Tex standard 100 certified. So that's all of our cotton products, which is about 80 to 90% of everything we make is cotton or cotton blend. That includes bedding, tabletop, shower curtains, window curtains. I mean, anything that we make, and you'll see it in the catalog. If you're on our website, go to the product guide or the catalog. If you see the Oeko-Tex standard, 100 certification, that means it is. We put out a blog post yesterday, so if you see on our website on the blog, you can read up a little bit more about what Oeko-Tex is.
Nice.
It's very base. This means that 100% of the product, the inks we use, threads we use, the fabric, the zippers, everything in that product is Oeko-Tex certified. Tested for over 1,000 different chemicals. Great for the human body. So very, very proud of that. And this textiles you can trust with the little yellow swoop there. That is a hang tag that's going to go on every Oeko-Tex certified product that we do. So you don't have to do anything about that. Anytime you design and sell one of our products, that hang tag is going to go on there, so your customer knows, this is the highest quality and safest product. It exceeds global standards. So
That's
there you have
awesome.
it. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And that's huge because, there may be people on the call now saying, what's Oeko-Tex? I know the first time Shane told me about it, I was like, Nat, how do you spell that?
That's
But
right.
the people that are looking for the cotton goods, they're going to know what that means. So it's important to put
Yes.
this on your listings because after he told me that, and then we were looking at some different stuff that my wife was buying, then I started noticing that a lot of people put that Oeko-Tex on there on certain products. So that's big to put on there. Your customers, you may not know what it is. Your customers that are looking
Right.
for cotton goods do know what that is. So that's great. You guys have
Right.
that certification now.
Yeah, when you say, the things that, the quality goods we have are higher, it is because it's Oeko-Tex certified.
Yeah.
It's verifiable on that hang tag that you'll see on there on the very back. It has a QR code you can scan. It also has our number. So if anyone, you look at it, or if you're giving it away as a gift and they scan that, it is verified Oeko-Tex certified. I was going to say
Nice.
to the AnywherePOD folks, if you are, designing and selling our products, we definitely encourage you to talk about it. If you go into the Usha portal and you look in the mock-up section, there is a directory called Oeko-Tex. And if you click on that, there's a user guide, all the images that you can use, so it's approved. And you can use, there's even like copy and paste statements about Oeko-Tex that you can copy and paste right into your marketing materials. So good stuff.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, new products, got a bunch of new stuff coming. I know this one's going to be a big one because we got asked a lot and pestered for a good 6-7 months about having, reversible duvet and comforter sets. They're just incredible quality. The comforters are box quilted on both sides, filled with down alternative blend. And the duvet covers are printed on both sides. And for like the kings and queens, you get like two standard shams, 2 Euro shams, which are also printed on both sides. So you can, from this picture, you can see you can do all kinds of really cool combinations for bedding.
Yeah, that's really cool. I haven't seen anybody. I mean, there's not very many people that are doing full on bedding sets like this, like period. Like that's
Right.
not available. But now being able to have that reversible option where you can do a print like that on both sides, like that's really taking it to the next level. That's awesome.
Yep. And for those who don't know, all of our bedding comes in its own brand bag, which is something unique to Usha Mercantile. When you get the comforter set and everything, it does come in its own brand bag. This is gigantic, so I apologize. This is for a king, but this is a drawstring. The entire bedding set goes inside the bag, and it's printed with the same material that your bedding's printed on. So
that's awesome.
It's great. It's great for retail. It's a great unboxing experience when it delivers to, the home. Everything is in there is compressed. It pops out in its bag, and then you can use it for storage afterwards.
Yeah, that's great. And it's great for your customer too, to be able, when they're using it for storage and they've got it in a tote under the bed and they pull it out. My wife used to always have old, pillowcases or whatever she would store it in, but then you have to, open it up and look inside to see what the pattern is. Having that, right there where it matches the pattern of the bedding that they bought gives you a branding opportunity to be able to put your logo or anything on there. Like that's really cool. It
makes your brand very sticky. Every time they go into the closet and want to pull out this other bedding set, they see yours, they know to go right back to your website and where to buy it, which is really, really good. So
yeah, very cool. So I was gonna say this till the end, but I've already seen, since I have the slides down for a second, I've already seen 2 people ask about it. Tariffs, is that going to have any effect on goods from Usha that you know of, or what's your?
I don't know who Tara is. She does not work for our company, so I just wanted to say I'm just joking. So tariffs. Our factory is in India. For those who did not know that, we manufacture everything in India and we ship into the U.S., Canada, Europe, and pretty much international around the world.
In like 2 days, by the way. Like your shipping time is whenever you guys send me a sample, I get stuff from Usha in India faster than I get stuff when I order 2 day from Amazon. Like it's crazy.
It might be faster than Amazon down the street sometimes.
Yeah.
So and we use it's flat rate shipping, FedEx International. Their SLA is like 3 to 5 days anywhere like that they deliver. But if you live in like a major metropolitan area or close by where Chris is, it can get there from India in 2 days. And part of that magic that they have is that India is actually like 12 hours ahead. So they're a full half day ahead, which you can almost take advantage of in your SLA.
Yeah.
Your products are being made and shipped in the future. They're being shipped back or something like that. So it's very tricky. Tariffs, the answer is shipping in the United States, there's none with India. The only ones that we're aware of course, for right now, Canada, Mexico going into the US. We don't have any tariffs levied on us. If you want to use us to ship into Canada, because I know there's some, restlessness there from US into Canada, you will not be affected by using Usha to ship into Canada at all.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
I didn't think it affected you guys, but there was a couple questions on that, so wanted to make sure. So right now, where their factory is located, no tariffs.
Right.
Alrighty. So yeah, that's your reversible duvet and cover sets.
Yep. Also, Oeko-Tex certified, which is great.
Awesome.
Yeah. Next big product coming up: travel bag sets and tote bag sets. Travel bag sets are really, really cool. It's a set of 3. You get an oversized duffel bag, 1 tote bag, and a makeup bag. I think Chris has a tote bag with him. I think it's that one.
Yeah. Yep. Let me grab that here.
A little bit about these too. So the fabric that is printed on is a poly, and it is water resistant. And there it is. I think with your filter there, it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it's gonna.
You're blending into your blocks back there. So
what's really cool about these that I really like is the vegan leather on the bottom. That is a really, really good idea.
Yep. So you get a vegan leather bottom on the bottom of the tote bag, the bottom of the duffel bag. If you're traveling, one thing you want to be concerned about is the weather. So moisture, rain, things like that. The polyester fabric is diamond quilted, and it's printed. It's got a really nice look and feel to it. It's got vegan leather bottom and accents. They come in a chestnut brown or a black for options. And another unique feature about the bags is, unlike any other POD or manufacturer in the world, we can print the inside liner of the bag per order. So, like you can tell from the example of the makeup bag there, which is part of the travel bag set. Duffel bag, tote bag, and a really nice makeup bag. That right there, Chris is holding up a coin purse, and that goes into our other tote bag, which we'll probably show next. But travel bag set is fantastic, and we want to do them in sets because gifting, especially in e-commerce, a lot of it's about gifting, and getting everything together in a set is just a great idea, especially with Mother's Day, Father's Day coming up. This would be like a really, really good product. And when it all comes together, you can just pack it and go on the road. So it's really cool.
Exactly. Yeah. Getting a matching set like that is really, really nice. Takes it to that, like you said, kind of that gifting level. And even on those sets, guys, like their pricing is very decent on these, especially when you figure you're getting 3 bags across with that level of material and quilting. I love the idea of having that vegan leather on the bottom for any of the travel bag stuff, because when you're out traveling and you set it down, it needs to be easy to clean. It doesn't get stained. Like, it just brings that kind of higher level of quality that you can really make sure to advertise out there.
Right. And just that bag set right there for the US, all 3 bags is $90. It's got an MSRP of $220, which should be pretty easy to hit. So, even if you double it, you're going to do very, very well for a profit margin there.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
Yep.
Very cool. All right. So that's the travel bags.
Yeah. This is the Dutch velvet tote bag set. So similar bag to the travel set, but it is made with Dutch velvet. Very, very smooth, very soft velvet, diamond stitched. If any of you are familiar with Vera Wang bags that are in like top retail stores, it's got that look, that feel. Very high quality made. You can print the inside liner of it. It's got a metal snap enclosure, and there's even a little tiny accessory zip on the inside. And it does come with a matching coin purse.
Very cool. Being able to print on the inside of that. That's another one of those things, like everybody's seen tote bags and all this,
Gucci,
different types of bags. Yeah. But
Louis Vuitton, they've got their own.
Until now, with print on demand, you've never been able to have a print on the inside. So that's awesome being able to have that.
Yep. You can get really super creative. I mean, if you want to do your own like Louis Vuitton kind of intricate pattern on the inside as an accent, that would look really, really nice. High-end product. So good.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Alrighty. Apron and towel sets.
Yeah. Apron towel sets. So Again, we're getting into sets, and we are also going to start expanding into more accessories. For the most part, Usha's been about bedding, which we definitely excel in, but we want to start doing a lot more accessory type goods, and we want to expand in every room of the house, and even on the outside. So, kitchen apron and towel set is our first kitchen goods. It comes with one apron, one tea towel, and one kitchen towel, which is a little bit larger. Those are on our cotton blend. They're Oeko-Tex certified as well.
Nice.
Very, very nice. It's also got a front pocket. I don't know how well you can see it on this dude over here in the kitchen, but it's got a front pocket that you can also print on. So just so you know, you can print on that as well. So if you want to make a different print or pattern than what you're doing on the body, you can do that too.
Very, very cool. Yeah, this is a great product coming up for Father's Day, even Mother's Day. Yeah, either one. I mean, those are going to be really good. I like, again, being in the set, and I think your price on these, I saw base price on these is like $25. So
yeah, it's
that's with the whole
cool.
set. So it's a little bit more than some of the where you're getting just the apron by itself. But when you figure in you're getting it as a set with the higher cotton blend quality and Oeko-Tex, makes it a great option.
If you go to Williams Sonoma and you look at their aprons right now, you can get a cotton blend apron just like ours for about like 45 to 60 bucks retail. So this, you get everything, and all you're going to pay for it as a store owner is, where is that thing? Oh, here it is. 35 bucks all in. That's delivered to your customer with an MSRP with everything together at about $100. So lots of margin to play with there.
Yep. Whereas the standard ones, like if anyone's doing aprons now, what they're used to using, just to point out the difference, what's available now from other suppliers is usually 100% polyester.
And you're only going to get one apron.
Right. Yep.
And you may have to pay for the shipping on top of that too in some cases. So really good deal.
Yep.
Also, I see. Really good gift for 4th of July. Give one to your dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Be great for 4th of July too. See a couple questions here about personalization. Can we personalize on these? We can offer personalization on all these products. Yes, everything we're talking about, everything in Anywhere POD in general, you can do personalization with. And yes, absolutely everything with Usha, you can do personalization sets. Even like the bed, so like the bedding sets we were talking about earlier that has the sham and the pillow covers and the duvet cover and all that. You can personalize each image separately as well. So if you want to do like monogrammed initials on the pillows for him and her, and something else maybe even not personalized on the rest of the comforter, you have the flexibility to do any of that type of stuff.
Those personalized tote bags and travel bag sets are going to be very, very nice.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, and to Chris's point about the bedding real quick before we jump ahead, like the bedding sets and things like that where you can personalize those in the future. And I want to say, I'm not sure if it's going to be by the end of this year, but we're thinking it. Our factories already have capabilities for embroidery. So we are going to start opening the window on embroidery more, so that way you can do whatever print you want on the bedding set, all 6 pieces. And if you want to embroider just the shams or different parts, and we'll open up embroidering too on the bags as well. So we're awesome. Slowly working in that direction and to have those capabilities.
Awesome. That's cool. That embroidery is huge right now. So that would be very awesome as well. All right. I see someone here asking if there is a minimum order. No. So this is like any other POD product. There's no minimums, just like anything else. They have their products that come in a set. Some, like rugs, things like that, obviously aren't in sets. You don't need to have any kind of minimum order quantities or anything like that to be able to offer those.
You can make an account. You can order 1 set of napkins and not visit us again until next year. But we hope you don't do that. And we hope you become really long-lasting customers with us, of course.
Exactly. Yep. All righty. Some more towels here.
More towel. We love towels. So yeah, the kitchen tabletop that we have, Oeko-Tex certified. They get rave reviews, very sturdily made. The print is really good quality. So we now want to offer those in towel sets. The tea towel and kitchen towel sets, you can get them in set of 4 or set of 6. And again, you can design each of those differently. They don't have to be the same print. So I could just imagine these going for Christmas or even Halloween and have different personalization on each, towel, or they can have different motifs for Christmas or really for anything. So you can get really super creative with the products that we have.
Yeah, yeah. So what's the difference between the tea towel and the kitchen towel? I saw you had two different sets. Is it just the size or is it different material?
It's the size, it's the same material, it's our
Okay.
cotton blend, and a lot of homes, tea towels are more of a direct decorative type of product. You'll see them hanging in front of the stove or hanging off, with the countertop, and a lot of cases you'll see, folks like at dinner, like put them over like a top of like warm dinner rolls when you're going to serve and something like that. So
Sure.
yeah,
Gotcha.
traditionally that's what those are for.
Very cool. And
And
this is another one of those that I knew this was coming, and I was wondering kind of what your price point was going to be when you're getting into sets of 4 and sets of 6. You look at what's out there now, and you're looking in the like $10 to $13 range for
one,
just one towel.
I
This
challenge
is a
you to go look at Etsy and see what it costs for like a cotton blend, like printed tea towel set, and see what you're going to pay. You're going to be top of the world. You've got the better quality cotton. You've got Oeko-Tex certified, and you're going to get an entire set. Put that
yep.
up
This
against, yeah,
this is a set of 4 for $25 versus getting one for that $10 to $13 range. So like the price point on these, especially being that higher quality cotton, makes a lot of really good sense for tea towels.
yep, absolutely. And if you've not worked with Usha before or taken a look at us, we excel in kitchen table products. We have a lot of the customization on the especially the tabletop is very very nice. Scalloped edges with piping colors around the edges. Each one, napkins, placemats, all those sorts of things. So it's really really nice high end stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. All right. Window curtains.
Window curtains are something we launched probably a few months ago, but figured we'd talk about it today. These are absolutely gorgeous window curtains. If you're a window curtain person or lover or want to sell them, these are for you. Oeko-Tex certified, cotton blend, and they have two different variations. You have the rod pockets or one with loops, and you're going to get two panels when you
Nice.
order them. Which, if you go to Pottery Barn, Home Goods, Ballards, go look at their sizes and what they cost. And I can tell you right now that some of these panels, same exact product at these stores, are probably like $75 per panel, if not more, depending on the size. And you're going to get two for about the same cost.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Those are nice. And again, looking at other options that are out there for window curtains, just don't compare to this, and very very reasonable there on price and
Yep.
everything as
And we
well.
also, I want to talk just a little bit about, we have a slub woven polyester fabric that we just brought
Mm.
on. We get a lot of feedback from a lot of different, brands and companies and Anywhere POD merchants. And really, when you're printing on cotton, it does print a little bit more muted. Cotton's not really known for its vibrancy and color print. So a lot of large companies will do, the majority of their things are on cotton, like for example, this one in the photo, but they may have some designs and things that lend themselves that need to be more vibrant, have like, very sharp pinks and like really hot colors and things like that. So they'll employ like some really high quality polyester product to get the job done. And we have brought that on with the window curtains. Here soon, we're going to have the same really high end polyester for tabletop items and other products. So we're slowly working those in. That way, you have the choice. If the artwork says it needs to be on a polyester for vibrancy, you'll have that option. If it's a very classic 1 to 3, 4 color design, then you'll want to use your cotton.
Awesome. Very cool.
Here we go. Our beautiful cotton pillows with the down alternative inserts, which Chris's wife will not let him show the pillows that we had him sample because she's stolen them for the living room.
Yep.
But
True story.
beautiful pillows. Like the down alternative inserts alone, if you want to get those separately on like even on Amazon, are probably like about $25 just for the insert. So top quality pillows, We now have this slub woven fabric. It's very, very soft. It has a nice slub texture to it. Looks like a twill weave, if you know what that is. Available in all the sizes we have in cotton. We now have this fabric available starting today.
Nice, nice. Is anything that you have that is filled like that? Is everything the alternate down? Your pillows, comforters, all of that? Is it all of that same alternate down that's used?
Yep. So everything is down alternative except for the outdoor pillows, which are a recycled polyfill because of the water resistance it needs.
Gotcha. Okay.
That is the only product that uses polyfill, but everything else we do is down alternative.
Awesome. Yeah, that down alternative is like super super nice.
Right.
I you guys may not know what it is, but if you felt a pillow before, it's a very recognizable texture. It doesn't like clump up. We have a couple that we've been using. What would have been since like October or so when you
Yeah.
sent those samples the first time, and I got it out. My wife was like, "Oh, this is awesome. I'm keeping this." I'm like, "Let me at least show it on one live stream before you steal it, dear."
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're a fan of just regular down, or maybe some people are allergic to it for some reason, but if you like that feel of down, our comforters are absolutely incredible. I've got one here. It's down alternative, and it doesn't. It's not supposed to be It's not supposed to be like really bouncy and springy like fake. Fill is.
Right.
But it's very very creamy, and it has it deals with the body heat very very well. And then you match that with our Oeko-Tex cotton. It's very breathable, so very good for the body. They're incredible to sleep under. So even if you don't sell them, you should make yourself a bedding set and ship it to your house.
Yes, for sure. Those
I would.
are like I said, they are very very nice.
Yep.
I see someone here asking. I know there's a few questions. I'm going to go back through and
Sure.
we'll pick these up when we're done. But there's one here about pillows I wanted to grab, asking about shipping cost for pillows. I don't know if you have that
I sure
available
do.
there.
One moment, please. And I'll pull it up for you. So let's see. What would be a good standard size? Give me 1 second here. Okay, let's do a 20 inch Oeko-Tex certified cotton blend indoor pillow delivered $30. Delivered anywhere in the world.
Right.
MSRP
So,
$70 for one pillow.
gotcha. So that is. I was just pulling it up here too, because that you're including the base cost on that, right?
That is correct.
Yep. So it depends on that price he's given is going to depend on the size, but your shipping cost is $10 on that.
Yep.
Which
right.
is, she is right. Pillows get expensive to ship. Now,
Okay.
I was very surprised when again, we were talking about the samples they sent me back in October, and you guys sent me a pillow. I forget what the size was, but it was a decent sized pillow. I got like a rug. I got a shower curtain. I don't remember what else. There was like 5 or 6 different things. So he sends me the tracking number, tells me when it's, I look it up when it's going to be here. And, oh, okay, the package is here. I go out and get it. And it's sitting on my porch. And I'm like, maybe there's a pillow in there. Like, I thought he was going to send all this stuff. They had it. It was a package about that thick. And I went to pick it up and I was like, oh no, there's more than a pillow in here. So the reason why they are able to have that shipping cost as reasonable as it is, even on something as big and bulky as a pillow, is that everything is vacuum sealed before it is shipped. So it keeps their shipping prices way, way down.
Yep, that's a really good point. And Kristen, thanks for the question. Really appreciate it. If you look at our price sheets, which you can get from our portal, we always break everything down for you. So everything's very transparent. There's nothing to hide. We want to make sure we share that with you. So for instance, the cost of the pillow is 20, shipping anywhere in the world, $10. So your all in price, $30 for a 20-inch pillow at this quality, and your MSRP is $70. There's a lot of profit margin in there to play with, which is great. And to Chris's point about shipping, we use FedEx International. FedEx loves us. We love them. We use compression and vacuum sealing. That way things get really far down. So, it's beautiful. Open it up, takes the air back in, everything puffs back up into its, into its regular form.
And if you're in AnywherePOD and browsing the Usha Mercantile catalog, you can see the shipping there as well. So if you click on the product, there's a little shipping info tab. I did notice when I was looking some stuff up now that there is a little bit of a bug in how that pricing is displayed. So it's displaying it as cents instead of dollars. So it's not 10 cents to ship this pillow; it's $10. So that will be resolved soon. But if you're on there browsing the catalog now, I was just, as he was going to look it up, I was looking it up too to see who got there first. But yeah, so $10 shipping. So great price, base cost and shipping. So even though on this one you're getting that higher quality product, your base cost may be a little bit more because you're getting that alternate down, you're getting the cotton, a lot higher quality product, but you're saving a lot of that back on the shipping costs because shipping is so much cheaper from Usha than from some other places. So,
and another, to Chris's point there, I mean, this really is an MTO program. A lot of larger brands out there, they have access to MTO programs at these factories that other folks, you don't even get a chance to even join these MTO programs because you have to be an established brand that probably sells, $1 million, $5, $10 million up, and a factory won't even talk to you unless you're really at that point. But that really is the mission of what we're doing at Usha Mercantile, is to open up an MTO program, so all the same products that are going into these places at the same quality and at the same price that the big box retailer would pay. We don't see the reason to keep that hidden. I think we should democratize manufacturing and make that open to everybody. So
yeah, that's great. I love it. All right, I think we got one more slide here. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we have, right, if you work with us right now, we've had about 12 different piping colors. We just expanded that into 6 more edge and piping colors for our products. Now we have 18 total. So now you can go totally crazy. Who knows? We may add a few more, but those are really nice, beautiful accent colors for pillows, tabletop. We even have piped bedding, so you can do some really crazy stuff.
Yeah, awesome. Very cool. Awesome set of new products. So I know there's some questions here. I'm going to go through and start going through those now. If you guys have more questions, start dropping them in the chat while we have Shane here. Use that resource all you can. Of course, not just about what we talked about today. Anything to do with Usha or any of their other products that they have, I'm sure Shane would be more than happy to answer. And of course, anything to do with AnywherePOD or Etsy or Shopify or shoot, Shane's been around the POD business for long enough. We can sit here and chat for the next 2 hours if you guys want to. So start dropping your questions in and we'll run through a few of them here. Let's see here. Is there a minimum order? We did answer that. Does Usha require a subscription?
The answer is no. It is free to join, free to order. You're welcome to make an account. Costs nothing. Take you 2 or 3 minutes to fully join up, and probably take you 15 seconds to connect from us over to AnywherePOD.
Yep. Very cool. Yeah. They're really trying, like he was talking a minute ago about pricing and giving you guys kind of the same level of wholesale pricing that they would and probably do sell into a lot of retail stores now. They're giving you that pricing without any kind of separate subscription fees or anything like that. So it's a really cool opportunity.
Yep. And MTO is advantageous, just like POD is, in that you don't have to carry any inventory of any kind. So just the fact that you're not touching anything, it's very, very low risk opportunity to get involved in a very high end business and compete. So if this is what you like and this is what you want to do and the things you want to sell, this is an incredible opportunity, and the sky's the limit. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep adding more products, and we're glad to have all of you on board to grow with us.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Is there any discount for samples?
So everything is sold at cost. So we have absolutely no limits on what you want to buy and ship to yourself. I will say this, though, we get asked that quite a bit. And I think a lot of times folks just want to see the fabric itself and touch and feel. Like maybe you don't want to buy an entire king, a bedroom set just to feel the cotton. So what we are going to do, that's a really good question, Ned. I really appreciate that. Something that is coming up soon, probably the next, I'd say 30 to 60 days. I hope my boss isn't watching, because now I've just put the pressure on him. He probably is. But
I heard you promise 30.
I promised 30. So we do have a fabric by the yard program that's going to start up. So We will
Oh,
have fabric
nice.
by the yard in our Oeko-Tex fabrics, so they'll be certified as well. All the fabrics that we use, we're going to be making those open and available. And one of the things we talked about, since I have experience, we both have experience in fabric industry, is that we know how much fat quarters and
Uh,
swatches also play a very big part in what you can do with fabric by the yard. So we will have some swatch set SKUs that you can design, maybe like 6 or 8 or 10 panel of what you want to do, print those out. It's going to ship to you like very fast. You can do multiple different designs and, do it that way.
Awesome. Very cool. So your fabric by the yard that I heard you just say is coming for sure in 30 days. Is that
Right.
like that quilters could use that type? Like, is it that type of
Yep.
setup that you're doing?
Yep. Sure
Awesome.
is.
That's
So,
cool.
and I think quilting a fat quarter is a very widely used, section of specifically, sectioned out fabric for doing quilts because you can print
Right. Yes.
multiple fat quarters, cut them out, and then you can actually make a quilt out of those in different patterns. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. That's very cool. That's
Exactly
cool.
what it's for.
Um,
Yep.
that's awesome. And I don't know if you guys know, but the timing of that is pretty good as well. Because I don't know if you guys know, every Joanne in the country is
All
closing.
500 stores.
Yeah, Joanne Fabrics. My wife was crying about that the other day. Uh,
Horrible.
my bank was rejoicing. My bank account was rejoicing, but my wife was crying. So it's a
It
great
was, yeah.
opportunity though to start getting into selling because there's tons. Like you said, 500 stores, and they were very oftentimes in um, uh, uh, areas that weren't major metro areas. So you have a lot of customers now, like where we live. There's a few little mom and pop places that might be able to have a few things that you could get, but there's nowhere to go buy fabric locally now.
Right.
So you're
Right.
going to have more and more people going online to kind of fill that need. So that's
That's
cool.
true. Now with Joanne out of the picture, I'm sorry, Joanne. I meant my wallet is also very happy that you thought of me because me and my kids were there all the time getting crafting supplies. So that's a downer. But for the
Yeah.
fabric of the yard, you'll
Yeah.
be able to take advantage of that through working with us. So
Very
very
cool.
excited to offer that soon.
Yeah. That's awesome. Now this next one I've been bugging you about. Do you offer crib sheets?
Not since I've had our two kids have I had crib sheets. So the answer is no. No, we do not do crib sheets. And Chris and I talked about this a little bit before the show. And this can be like a little bit of just education about those types of products from my understanding. I was telling Chris I've been in multiple meetings about children and infant bedding, with a room full of lawyers actually talking about like the ins and outs and things like that. Um, it's very difficult to produce these types of products because it does take a very, very high level of certification. The regulations involved in those things are very, very strict. You almost need to have a completely separate factory for it because things need to be just separate. Like you can't handle those products together. So the quick
Right.
answer, Haley, is we do not offer any baby or infant products right now. Oeko-Tex does have a standard 100 class 1 certification that is okay for infants and babies. We're actively looking into that right now to see what it would take for our factory to offer them. So we're definitely considering it. More on that to come.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very cool. I know that's a big space, so that would be.
exactly.
Um, I sent Shane. I think it was last week a list of some baby cotton products that I was like, these would be really cool. So uh, he's got the wheels churning. So we'll see here.
Keep your fingers crossed for us because we're looking into it heavily to see what we can do.
Awesome, very cool. Michelle says so. No tea towel and kitchen towel together, or am I missing? Right,
So
those are two separate. Like it's a tea towel set or a kitchen towel set, right?
right. Or in the apron set, you get an apron, tea towel, and kitchen towel that come as a set of 3. Or you
Gotcha.
can get a set of 4 tea towels, a set of 4 kitchen towels. I mean, but to your point, Michelle, and thank you for that suggestion. I know my boss is watching, so I can tell him that you suggested it, not me. But that's a really, really good idea to have like a tea kitchen towel set together. It's actually a really good
Yeah,
idea.
like do 2 and 2 or something. Yeah, that would be neat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's see what else do we have here. So is FedEx delivery company on all. I think they're asking if FedEx delivers. Everything goes out FedEx, right? It's all the same.
Everything is FedEx International with tracking, and to Michelle's point here, we'll just do the whole SLA for Usha. From the time you put an order in with us, our SLA is 5 days. On average, we average about 3 days, 3 or 4 days manufacturing, and then the SLA for FedEx International is 3 to 5 days. Now, if you hit 5 days with FedEx, it's international priority. So actually, all of our shipments get on the jet before everyone else's. So we are actually prioritized over everyone else. If you get FedEx shipment in 5 days, you must live in like the Himalayan mountains at the very end of the road. Most shipments make it there in like 3 days from India. So our products, from the time you order it, from the time it delivers to the doorstep of your customer, is going to be 6 to 10 days somewhere in there at tops, which is still super fast, even though it's coming from out of the country.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're basically the actual shipping times are the same or faster than, a lot of stuff that's shipped, inner US. So that's cool to see.
Right. And something, to keep in mind, I mean, we do like a lot of sets and a lot of like, heavier goods, like some of the rugs, like 8x10, 9x12, they're massive. And even like the comforter sets are like really, really big. But part of the challenges with shipping is some of these goods that we make are kind of lightweight. And so the pricing looks a little bit weird, but we are investigating using some different postal carriers for the lighter weight objects. They may take a little bit longer to ship, but we're exploring different options that you can make as a store merchant, like either if you want to stick with our FedEx International or if you want to use a different, maybe a little bit slower SLA, but maybe just a tad bit cheaper.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. Beth is asking, can Oeko-Tex graphics and text be be added to descriptions and listing photos?
The answer is yes, it can. And we did a lot of the legwork for everybody. Trust me, I was on like 5 or 6 probably hours worth of calls with Oeko-Tex to make sure I understood it, because I was like, I don't know how we're going to navigate through this. But once I read it and talked to them a few times, got it under my belt, we did all the legwork. I've got it all condensed into a Oeko-Tex guide. So if you go, like I said before, go to our website, get an account, go to the resources, mockups. There is an Oeko-Tex directory, and you can download the guide. It has all the approved images and everything and how to use them. So not only are we in compliance, you're in compliance too. So yes, you can.
And let me just show where that is here real quick. So when you log in, if you don't have an Usha account yet, go there, create an account. Instructions are listed on your dashboard. So if you click on Connect under Usha Mercantile in AnywherePOD, it'll give you instructions to create an account. Then over here on the left, you're going to go to Resources. And is that in your mockup section here?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Right here. Usha Oeko-Tex. So you have everything listed right here. The guidelines, everything about how you have to list that, because you need to make sure that you are, I think probably the copyright symbol or whatever has to go along with it. You want to make sure you're in compliance with that.
Yep. And then the zip file right there is an entire array of images that you can use. And one thing to keep, and it talks about in the guide, just make sure you can't modify those things at all. If you're getting ready to do like a massive Oeko-Tex sale and you're going to get into Macy's, that's fantastic. Thank you. And if you have any questions, give us a call. If you have any questions about how to use Oeko-Tex, be happy to go over that with you.
Cool. Where is the facility? So it's in India, right? Anything else on that?
Yep. Northern India and a Harania region, northern India.
Cool. Pretty sure I know the answer to this one, but I'll let you take it. Does Usha sell directly on Etsy? I see other vendors on Etsy that are selling from India and have very low prices on some of the quilts or bedding.
So the answer is no. We currently do not do that. We do not have an in-house brand yet. We do have plans to, but I can tell you this, unlike some other folks that I've encountered in the past, all of our products are going to be sold at the exact same MSRPs that you would sell them on yours. So we're not going to, cut our competition off, especially for those folks who are using our factory. So we will not be competing directly with you.
Yeah. They aren't ones that are going to try to undercut you. I'm sure there are some out there that are probably lower quality that are, listed on there that are selling. at the end of the day, you can't be too concerned. There's always going to be somebody willing to sell it at a lower price. You don't want to get to, into a race to the bottom type of scenario.
That's right.
You just need to do better than them with design and advertising and your SEO and that sort of thing. So take price off the table. You're not competing on price. You're selling a better product with a better design, with better customer service, and customers are willing to pay for that.
And better quality products. And that's a really good point too. I think, it can be in e-commerce, because I actually, before I started in e-commerce working for manufacturing, I was actually in e-commerce as a web developer selling different things. I'm 85 years old, so that was quite a while ago when I was in e-commerce. So, selling those things, I ran into a couple times where people are like, you're selling your stuff for way too cheap. The quality is too. And I think that's important to remember, that when you have a higher quality product, you really need to be close to the MSRP, or people, their perception of it just doesn't ring right. It's like, well, if it's this and this, then if this one is like $70 and this was $150, the $150 one is the higher quality because it demands more. And so that's really the psychology of selling and buying.
Yep, you're going after a different customer base, right? The customer that's willing to pay $70 for something is completely different than the customer that's willing to pay $150 for something. It's completely different customer base. So, like I said, they're not really even your customer, or your competition. They're going after a completely different customer persona than what you're going after.
Absolutely.
All right. Jerry had a good suggestion here for a product along with tea towel, kitchen towel. How about hot pads or oven mitts?
That's a really good idea. Something that we're actually looking into. I've seen our prototypes. I think where the mix is trying to make sure we have the right materials, so it's actually like really good for your hand. We don't want to put out something cheap since you're dealing with heat. So we want to make sure we have like the actual highest quality materials to keep these things insulated. It's a really, really good idea, and we appreciate that. We've got a lot of stuff coming. So, we'll be back on the live cast with Chris again, I'm sure, before the holidays. We've got a very long roadmap of really cool stuff to come. So I don't want to give away too much, or we won't have anything to talk about later.
Cool. Yep, we gotta string it along there. I see how you are.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Alrighty. See one more question here. If there's any more questions, leave them in the chat. I think I see the last one here. So if we missed any, go ahead and drop them in. And we'll be wrapping up here soon if there aren't any more questions. So Julian's asking, do you know if clients are charged import fees?
No, we take care of all that for you. We pay the tariffs on the products. They don't pay anything at all. What you pay gets delivered to the door. So, and any of those like duty import things are like baked into our shipping. And I will say this, Julian, thank you so much for the question. We also ship into Europe and into Canada. And I know that that's a feature set we're working on with Chris currently. I'm not sure how long that'll take, but coming very soon.
Yes.
The only requirement for you as a business would be that you need to be registered. For example, you want to sell into Spain or Belgium. You would just need to make sure that you have a VAT listed as you're operating in that country. So your VATs and what you have with Spain, you'd have to take care of that yourself. List your VAT number in the Usha panel, and then we will start shipping to that country for you. And you guys as a company have to take care of the VAT. We handle the tariff and duty shipping it in.
And this is the same pretty much no matter what POD supply you're using. And it changes a little bit depending on what platform you're on too. So if you're on Shopify, you have more responsibility with taxes and VAT and all that stuff than you do if you're selling on Etsy, where Etsy's collecting some of that stuff. But there still are some country regulations that you just kind of need to watch out for. But it's nothing different than other providers that you're working with. So,
right. And to wrap that up, about the question with tariffs, we are shipping into Canada, which is really good for you, which is really good. If you're concerned about manufacturing U.S. into Canada, you can just circumvent that. We are shipping there. We also ship into Europe, what we call Zone 1. It includes Belgium, Denmark, Germany, Spain, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, the UK, which is the largest economy in Europe, Liechtenstein. I've never been, but we ship there, and also Switzerland. So we do cover quite a large area. We're going to be adding on more zones. We've talked about shipping to Brazil, Australia, and some of the other larger economies in the world, right from our factory in India.
Awesome.
Yep.
Very cool. Okay, last question here. Steven says,
There's Steven.
brought up earlier. The product guide link under resources is broken.
Okay. And I know there are lead developers watching this too, because I told him about this earlier. So Steve, good to see you. Thanks for all the business. You guys have Steve and his company, they have rock and shower curtains. I don't have the link, but they have great stuff.
Cool.
But yes, it's broken right now. If you go to our website and you look, we made like some major changes because the product guide was getting so large. The product guide was hosted on like one full page, and we just broke it up. So if you do go to the website, you go to product guide, they're now broken up into categories: area rugs, bedding, curtains, pillows, kitchen table, and totes and bags. So we need to fix all those links, and I appreciate that, Steve. As a web developer, I appreciate you pointing that out. Yep, right there.
Yeah, here they are under product guide. You can get to each one individually here. So very cool.
Yeah, and again, something else you don't see with a lot of other companies. We're super transparent about everything we do. We make. We feel like, just like Schoolhouse Rocks, knowledge is power. So the more information and detail you have about our products, easier it is to sell the products and talk about them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, that looks like all of the questions. So thanks again for taking the time to come on, Shane, and tell us about all these new products. We are excited that you're able to join, and excited what you guys have and your plans for the rest of the year as well. So we look forward to that.
Fantastic. Thanks for having me. Thanks, AnywherePOD folks. We definitely love you at Usha Mercantile. So if you ever need anything, drop us a line. We're always happy to help.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care.
Okay.